This is Noblenews Scorecard. Your Scorecard is your program where you tell the world and showcase what you have done within a period of time. It is our privilege to have you on Noblenews Scorecard.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Before we commence this interview with Professor Umdagas Hamidu, the Chief Medical Director, Ahmadu Bello University Teaching Hospital, Shika, Zaria, let us take this profile.
President Muhammadu Buhari was told in no small terms the outstanding achievements recorded in Ahmadu Bello University Teaching Hospital, Shika, Zaria, by the Emir of Zazzau, Malam Ahmed Nuhu Bamalli, and Malam Ahmed Nasiru El-Rufai, Governor of Kaduna State. The Emir, Ambassador Ahmed Nuhu Bamalli, stated that, "I am proud to stand before you here today to say that there was a huge intervention in Ahmadu Bello University Teaching Hospital, Shika, Zaria. Your Excellency, we are happy, and I can assure you that the entire people of Zaria and the neighbouring states are very happy with the intervention there, because we no longer have to travel to Sokoto, to Kano or Abuja before we can get screened by MRI machine. So I am indeed very grateful for that, Your Excellency." On the part of the Executive Governor of Kaduna State, he posits that when late Shehu Idris, Emir of Zazzau, drew out attention to the problems of Ahmadu Bello University Teaching Hospital, Shika, we visited. He sent me an album showing the state of dilapidation of the hospital, and I visited, conferred with the Chief Medical Director, and I reported to you, and you asked me to write for an emergency intervention, which you approved, and our sister, the Minister of Finance, monitored and ensured the implementation. And today, the ABUTH Teaching Hospital is a much improved and a pride to all of us, and we are grateful to you. From the above, one may assert that Ralph Waldo Emerson's infamous quotation, "When nature has work to be done, she creates a genius to do it." He was referring to Professor Umdagas Hamidu, the Chief Medical Director of Ahmadu Bello University Teaching Hospital, Shika, Zaria. If not, how do you explain why it took almost 40 years from when the cornerstone of ABUTH Shika was laid in 1997 with many infrastructural development, yet without renovation for almost 40 years until after Professor Umdagas became the 9th CMD. Simple. According to Roosevelt, the best prize that life has to offer Professor Umdagas is the chance to work. At the time, the fortunes of the teaching hospital was to be turned around for the better. Umdagas, a professor of 8 years, has a 31 years working experience. He is a professor and consultant of radiology, a specialist neurologist, and women imaging. He has put his heart and soul into his work, and the reward for work well done was what he got when both the Emir of Zazzau and the Governor of Kaduna State informed President Muhammadu Buhari that ABUTH Shika is a pride to them. Professor Umdagas is the one destined to be in the helm of affairs when achievements never thought possible in ABUTH Shika was to take place. His inspiring achievements are turning ABUTH into a gold mine, yet he humbly stated that for ABUTH, the best is yet to come. This is the man who is on the hot seat of Noblenews Scorecard. It is his scorecard.
Welcome back. The teaching hospital is the first in the whole of northern Nigeria, as in Uwab Badamama.
Yes.
So the teaching hospital is a springboard that gave birth to so many teaching hospitals in northern Nigeria. Give us a brief about Ahmadu Bello University Teaching Hospital.
Thank you very much for that question. Actually, Ahmadu Bello Teaching Hospital came into being in 1967. Then it was under ICSA of Ahmadu Bello University Zaria from 1967 to 1989 or thereabout, when there was a law which created Ahmadu Bello University Teaching Hospital Zaria. So it is now autonomously directed from the Ministry of Health. That's how it started.
When did you assume office? We want to draw a line from when you came in, how it was or how you met it, and how it is today.
Thank you very much. I came into office 24th of May 2019.
I've seen a list of 38 projects completed. I'm sure there are so many ongoing. What are your major achievements in regards to these within the time frame that you are in charge of the teaching hospital?
There are so many of the achievements, but I can tell you that one of the most important achievements we've done is to renovate the wards in the hospital. About 1/3 of the hospital has now been renovated, and if you look at how the hospital started, since 1977 or thereabout, when this building was started, it was not completed until 2005. It was then that it was commissioned, and so practicing of healthcare delivery started in this hospital. So since that period, there has been no renovation of the hospital at all through until when I came in. So we now assess the state of dilapidation of the hospital, and we're able to rehabilitate and innovate part of the hospital. So if you come to the hospital now, you see lots of achievement that have been done. Apart from the renovation of the hospital, the entire clinics of the hospital has been completely renovated. And we've also created accident emergencies. So we now have 2 accident emergencies: the medical accident emergency and the surgical accident emergency. So these are very, very paramount things that we've done within the 2.5 years that I've been in the CMD of Bello University Hospital Zaria.
Did you do all of this within the federal government budgetary allocation?
Yes, yes and then no. Because in 2019, we received an intervention from the federal government. So that is not within the budget. The renovation that we were doing is through the budget and the special intervention by the federal government of Nigeria.
Do you have any collaboration or partnership you are able to source for funding through development partners?
Well, the development partners usually assist us in the clinical aspect. So they are not actually involved in renovations and capital projects. So mainly where we get our funds is from the federal government through the budget and the intervention. But for the clinical services, there are some intervention that we received from our development partners like the WHO, some other development partners. We were able to get some funds from our IGR. When I came in, the total IGR for the hospital is just...
That was what I was going to ask you about, the IGR after the commercial break.
Malam Nasiru, you need your scorecard on Noblenews.
Noblenews Scorecard. What is it all about, Auntie Blessing?
Malam Nasiru, have you heard about the Noblenews Scorecard?
Noblenews Scorecard? No.
Well, Noblenews Scorecard is a special program designed to provide the people from all walks of life to have your input as regards to human development and nation building, showcase for their employers, electorate, subject, followers, and even the general public, especially the youths. The scorecard targets creating awareness on your input that touches the lives of the people.
Auntie Blessing, I am not a leader. I am not a politician or any public official. This program is not for me.
Malam Nasiru, the program is for all. We are all leaders in our different levels. Remember, being a leader does not require a title, and most importantly, having a title does not make one a leader.
Interesting. Now I am clear. Even as a classroom teacher, I am a leader.
Of course, Malam Nasiru. The program is not only for politicians, chief executives, the classroom teacher, religious leaders, community opinion molders, market women and youth leaders, but for all of us. We all owe the community to tell them what we do to make the society better, especially the politicians, the traditional rulers, the police and other security operatives, academia and other personality, touching many lives at local, national, and international levels.
Sounds interesting. What did you say the program is?
Scorecard.
Auntie Blessing, I don't trust these journalists. They twist issues.
Malam Nasiru, Noblenews is different. Noblenews with a meritorious motto, truth and balance, restoring trust on the media. It's blunt without being rude. They say it as it is. They review your untold stories, your effort, plans, and the achievements recorded over time. It captures your 1 year or a 10-year scorecard.
Auntie Blessing, you and your sweet talk, I think it makes sense. I remember Sir Ahmadu Bello, the Sardona of Sokoto, once said, if you don't blow your trumpet, nobody will blow it for you because they are busy blowing their own.
Exactly, Malam Nasiru. Chebe also said that the lizard that falls from the Iroko tree should not its egg to heal itself if nobody does.
You don't do, Auntie Blessing. Where is Noblenews? I will have my scorecard on Noblenews. So should you.
Noblenews is at the Old LTL building along Queen Elizabeth Road. Malam Nasiru, you can't miss it. It is the building with the Old LTL maps. It is between the post office and the High Court. You can also reach us through 070-855-55889 or through our email usnoblenews@gmail.com. Noblenews, truth and balance,
restoring trust on the media,
home of formidable media professionalism. Come on, come on.
Welcome back. The teaching hospital since 1985, the management has put in place measures to generate internally generated revenue. How much have you met? How much are you generating during your tenure?
When I came into office, what was being generated per month was about 39-40 million naira per month. That's the IGR of the institution. But by the time I came in, we have been able to be generating between 80 to 90 million naira, up to 100 million naira per month. So that's what we are generating right now.
Are you remitting to the federal government?
No, it's sent to the TSA.
Wow.
At the end of it, every day we send money to the TSA.
About development partners, you've mentioned that you've been collaborating at clinicals.
Yes, that's right.
Presently, how many are you utilizing within the national level and at international level?
It's actually at international level. We have a lot of collaboration. We're doing stroke, which is in the unit of neuroradiology. We're also in collaboration through anesthesia department. We're also in collaboration with other institutions through pediatric. In pediatrics alone, we have about 2 or 3 projects. In medicine, we have about 2 projects. In anesthesia, we have 1. So these are the international collaborations that we are doing right now.
Okay.
Yes.
Now I'm going to ask you a question, but I'm thinking that I'm asking the wrong person.
Okay, go ahead, please.
At the graveyard, we are told so many flyers are moving that there are only 2 staffs in ABUTH.
Okay.
That is the doctor and others. The point is, at international level, we are already aware of the number of functions and roles, duties that bedside nurses are supposed to be doing.
Yes.
But in ABUTH, we understand that duties and functions are hijacked by you, the doctors.
I think that's a wrong notion. Everybody works in collaboration with all the staffs, be it a medical doctor, be it a nurse, be it a laboratory technician, be it a radiographer, and so that notion that we have only 2 staffs in the hospital, doctors and others, is very, very wrong. Everybody works within his own capacity as a professional. We have so many professionals in this hospital. It's not just the nurses, medical laboratory scientists. We have the therapists, radiographers, physiotherapists, pharmacists also.
Yes.
So for someone to say that there are only 2 people in this hospital, that's the doctors and others, I think is a wrong notion.
This is a tertiary healthcare facility.
Yeah.
It is also a teaching hospital. That means training is the major aspect, and of course the tertiary aspect of Medicare.
Yes.
But I understand that nurses from local governments, state, can set lines, can do blood transfusion, of course with the procedure guided by doctors, but here even line, nurses are not allowed to.
That is not true. Setting a line is not a function of the nurse. It's the doctor that sets line. There are procedures that are supposed to be done in collaboration. Each health worker has his own function, so there's no hijack of any function by any doctor or any other person.
I already said, sir, that I'm asking the wrong person. You are a doctor, so of course I'm thinking you're going to defend the doctor.
Well, I'm just telling you the